Bill O'Reilly here, Thursday, July 30th, 2020. You're listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening across our nation. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo quarantine list now covers more than half the country. Americans turn to cigarettes during the pandemic. New study linking early school closures with lower COVID infection rates. Polls show most now consider kneeling during the anthem acceptable. Trader Joe's vows to keep its allegedly racist international food labels. Also ahead, what Joe Biden will do if elected president. But first, Andrew Cuomo requiring all visitors from Puerto Rico to self-isolate for 2 weeks when traveling to New York. The governor's quarantine list now covers 34 states, including Washington, D.C., which is not a state, but I thought I'd throw it in. Once the global epicenter of the disease, New York currently reporting one of the lowest rates of COVID cases in the country. Americans are smoking more during the pandemic than at any time in recent years. Executives at Marlboro say less travel, unemployment, working from home is allowing tobacco users to light up more frequently. According to the CDC, 15% of U.S. adults are regular smokers, down from 35% in the last 2 decades. So you may not get COVID inside the house, but if you're smoking, you'll probably die from that. A report from the American Medical Association says schools that closed in the spring saw fewer cases of COVID in their neighborhoods. Researchers estimate the early shutdown prevented 40,000 deaths over a 16-day period. It should be noted that another study out of Harvard says the exact opposite, that school closings have no effect on the spread of COVID. New survey from CBS News shows a majority of Americans now say kneeling during the national anthem is acceptable to protest racial discrimination. 58% think taking a knee is appropriate. 42% say no. I do not believe this poll, as the methodology is suspect. Supermarket chain Trader Joe's vowing to keep a series of ethnic food brands after an online petition demanded they be changed. The company says, quote, the names are an attempt to have fun with our product marketing. Titles in question, Trader Jose, Trader Ming, Arabian Joe. Come on, nothing wrong with that, all right? In a moment, what would Joe Biden really do if he's elected president? Right back with it. I couldn't believe we were being evicted from our home that we didn't sell. That's what Deborah said when she learned she was the victim of home title fraud, a devastating crime. And title fraud is not covered by insurance or common identity theft services. But you can trust Home Title Lock to protect your home's title. Cyber thieves know that titles to our homes are kept online. They can forge your name, stating you sold your home, and then refile as the new owner. In Deborah's case, she didn't even know she was a victim until the eviction notice arrived. Home Title Lock puts a virtual barrier around your home's title. When they detect tampering, they mobilize to shut it down. Please go to HomeTitleLock.com and register to see if you're already a victim and don't know it. Use code BILL for 30 free days of protection. That's code BILL at HomeTitleLock.com. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. Joe Biden for president. Might happen. With all this COVID and chaos in the country, things are very turbulent. But again, anything could happen in the next 3 months, so don't go by the polls now. But it's worth taking a look at the former vice president who apparently believes that America needs very big change. First of all, the economy. Now, under 8 years of President Obama, the U.S. economy was stagnant. To be fair, when President Obama took over with Vice President Biden, there was a huge recession because of the home mortgage collapse. You'll remember that. And it took some years to recover. However, 8 years? No. Wages in America did not rise under the Obama-Biden administration. That is the fact. Donald Trump came in, he cut corporate taxes, and then the economy began to surge and wages went up. But now, Joe Biden promises that he will reinstitute higher taxes on corporations and affluent people. So he wants to tax more. And he wants to spend a lot more, trillions, on the Green New Deal, which would absolutely decimate the American energy industry, wiping out jobs, millions of jobs. But the vice president says that the new jobs from the Green New Deal would take their place. However, we have a $32 trillion debt in this country. And with all the Biden spending, I've added it up, $10 trillion more. That's $40 trillion debt. Okay, so the spending increases on Green New Deal, on entitlements, on infrastructure, all of this Joe Biden wants to do. Foreign policy, it would be the same as Barack Obama had, basically that America is part of a giant global community. We're not an exceptional nation. We basically go by consensus, okay? So Biden would probably reconstitute the Iran nuke deal. He'd get back into the Paris Green Accord and all that. And then social. You can expect that immigration would go wild in America because Joe Biden would try to legalize between 15 and 20 million undocumented aliens, give them citizenship. Not only that, but fast-track voting rights for the undocumented. That would tilt the whole political spectrum toward the Democrats. That's the plan. And Republicans in some states would be out of business like they are in California and New York. So that is the vision of Joe Biden. He is not an incompetent man. He used to be a moderate Democrat, but now he is absolutely on board with the Bernie bros and the far left. I'm Bill O'Reilly, and I approve that message by actually writing it. For more news analysis, please visit BillO'Reilly.com and join our campaign, Stand Up for Your Country. Very important message. In a moment, something you might not know. Edward and his wife, Margaret, were looking forward to retirement. Edward started having serious health issues a few years before he turned 65 and had to take an unplanned early retirement. The loss of income and medical bills meant Edward could not afford his expenses, including the premiums on a $1 million life insurance policy. Faced with lapsing their policy for nothing, Edward and Margaret turned to Coventry Direct and were able to sell the policy for $130,000. If you own a life insurance or term policy that you don't need or can't afford, Coventry Direct can help you receive an average of 4 times more cash than you'd get from your life insurance carrier. You can even sell a portion of your existing policy and still maintain coverage with no future premium obligations. See if you qualify. Please call 1-800-888-3791 or visit CoventryHelpsSeniors.com. That's 1-800-888-3791 or visit CoventryHelpsSeniors.com. Now, the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. American cuisine, famous for a number of dishes, hamburgers, of course, apple pie, fried chicken. But one tradition has dominated our backyards for more than 3 centuries: barbecue. The first mention of the cookout dates back to 1672. Even George Washington mentioned barbecue in his personal diary in 1769. Researchers say barbecuing, that is slowly heating meat over an indirect wood flame, was first used by indigenous tribes to preserve their food. Christopher Columbus and his crew noticed the dish, calling it barbacoa. There are now 4 distinct styles of barbecue in the USA: Carolina, Kansas City, Memphis, and Texas, each with its own characteristics. Folks in KC, for example, like sauce. Tennessee, it's all about the ribs. Today, barbecue means big business. $2 billion of cooking equipment sold each year, including smokers, grills, fire pits. Last year, more than 70% of all homes in the USA held at least one cookout during the summer. There are now more than 1,500 barbecue restaurants in California alone, and that number doubles in Texas. So if you're in the supermarket, you have a wide variety of choices when it comes to sauce. There are 5,000 different manufacturers serving the sweet stuff. Top-selling brand in the USA for the sixth straight year, Sweet Baby Ray's. The most popular dishes this summer are whole hog, ribs, pork, shoulder. But number one goes to beef brisket. And here's something else you might not know. The age of COVID is having a big impact on how we cook. Americans are ditching travel, of course, and spending weekends in the backyard. All the free time we now have is perfect for a family cookout and some classic barbecue. So if you're looking to make a traditional Texas beef brisket, clear your schedule. The entire process, from smoking to carving, takes at least 14 hours if you do it right, and requires 15 pounds of wood. Back after this. Reopening America safely is everyone's responsibility, and no one believes that more than our friends at Real Time Products. In fact, they're helping businesses and organizations by giving away a free automatic dispenser with a purchase of 2 gallons of Real Time hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer dispensers are available in wall mount, floor stand, or countertop, so customers, employees, parishioners, anyone can dispense the sanitizer safely. Real-Time hand sanitizer contains 70% alcohol, and you'll never need another hand sanitizer supplier. Real-Time hand sanitizer, formulated and packaged in the USA. To claim your free hand sanitizer dispenser, please go to getsanitizernow.com. Don't assume a business or organization you frequent doesn't care. They're probably having trouble getting sanitizer. So spread the word that Real Time has dispensers and gallons of sanitizer available right now. Do your part. GetSanitizerNow.com. GetSanitizerNow.com. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.